happened to the time? I totally looked at the clock as I was filling my water to come back down here and realized it was 12:27. And I'm like, what happened? I totally lost track of time. So I guess that's what happens when your toddler isn't home. So yeah, I super apologize for being 15 minutes late. That is so not like me. So yeah, I'm super sorry about that. Also, this cannot be like right here in my face. It's driving me nuts. And I just started. So bear with me for a second. Hot mess Monday, apparently. Okay, there. I think it's higher up now. And that will work. Okay. Sorry, I hope you guys are all okay, going all over the place. But welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Happy Monday. I hope you guys all had a wonderful weekend. I sure did. It was my birthday weekend. So my birthday was on Saturday, and I got to spend it with family, and I got to spend it with Stampin' Up. So it was perfect. And then I also had my parents, they came over yesterday to celebrate my birthday with me. So that was even more fun. I did spend lots of my weekend drinking water or Sprite or who knows what I was drinking at the time out of this fabulous champagne glass that Stampin' Up sent me. So hi Denise, welcome. So yeah, it's got here, let me show it here. It's probably a little bit better. Oh, there's like a smudge mark, a fingerprint. But yeah, this is, remember that Tiffany's box? So there's the 2 champagne glasses. I do have to say, I felt super fancy, even drinking water out of it. But yeah, so I did that. And the leadership event was absolutely amazing. There were laughs, there were tears, there was inspiration, there was panic. There was all those things, just thinking about my life and my Stampin' Up business and all of it. And I have to show you guys, I'm going to go back through and I'm going to screenshot it to show you guys. But Sarah Douglas, who is the CEO of Stampin' Up, she goes like this. And my mind was blown. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm just going to say right now that she totally stole that from me. Hi, Karen. Welcome. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Stampin' Up CEO has stolen my heart that I do on my live videos. But I'm not going to blame her. Anybody can do that. And maybe I was the one that stole it from her first. Who knows? But yeah, that was super fun. And there's a couple quotes that I wanted to share with you guys because I found them to be very inspiring and very amazing. One of the things that one of the ladies spoke about was enoughness and that you are enough. And wow, I felt like I said that very well. And so one of the things was saying I am enough. And I felt like all weekend I was like practically getting choked up about saying like I am enough, like I am. And I just think that we should all know that because we are enough. We are amazing in what we do. And while things are not always easy or we don't have the path that we want, we still work hard and we are enough in what we do. And that's amazing. So if you are like me, keep repeating that to yourself a couple times a day. Write it on your mirror, any of that, but just know that you are enough. And so that was amazing. Also, I'm going to be doing these cards. I feel like now that I lifted this up, I like don't know where my stuff is and where my hands are. So I apologize if I'm so off because like you can see a bigger area. I need to work on trying to figure out how to get that out of my face, but still low on my stuff. And then one of the other quotes, which I kind of need to find because I don't remember where it was, but it was the greatest quote ever. Oh, here it is. And I'm not really a quote person at all. I kind of think that they're weird. But I can't change the direction of the wind, but I can change my sails to still get in the direction I need to go. I found that to be fabulous, and super, super inspiring and super true. So yeah, loved it. So it looks like I have enough supplies here to make 2 of these. Not even. I don't have a second white one to make my unicorn, so we will cut one. This is probably why last Wednesday, one of my pieces was like not the right size. I probably accidentally stole it from this card. Also, one other super fun thing that I wanted to share with you guys, because this is very, very important, or at least I thought so. Tomorrow, 3.5 by 4 3/4. Sorry, I have to like memorize that for a second. 3.5 by 4 3/4. Now I lost my train of thought. I'm a hot mess today, aren't I? Oh, super important tip. So the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine comes out tomorrow. Super exciting because tomorrow is September 1st. Mind blown. But that comes out tomorrow. Maybe I don't want it to like smack onto that, but I don't want them to fall together either. It is good to remind ourselves of that. And I feel like it's something that we do need to keep remembering, that we are enough and that we are amazing. I was using the Stampin' Cut and Emboss today, and I realized, I need to remember how I had this set up. I realized that with my Big Shot, I would crank it around, and sometimes, like, you know, it would hit, like, you know, it gets really tight and be really, like, pressed, and then all of a sudden, like, you get to the other side of that, and it goes pop, and then it like flings around and you kind of like lose grip of it. It happens. You might all think I'm crazy. I am. It doesn't happen to me all the time, but you know when it does, because I've had it come back around and pop me in like in the hand, like usually like around my thumb or the top of my hand, sometimes my wrist. And again, I know it sounds super crazy, but you're going to know it when it happens, because like I didn't think anything of it, but I was cranking through a whole bunch of things, and that kind of happened to me, where I cranked around, I hit that kind of pop, and my hand like fell off or whatever, and it did not fling around. It's like a tighter mechanism to where it just kind of like popped forward just a smidge, but it did not fling around. It's not like a free-flowing handle that it just flies around if there's nothing like, you know, pushing through. And that, my friends, is amazing. And I love it. So that was super, super exciting. And now there is hope that I don't break my wrist with stamping. Okay. So I actually already have all my plates of my Stamparatus figured out, because I did this for a class and then I just made sure to leave them where they are. So let's try to scoot this up a little farther. I think that's good. And we are using Magenta Madness, and I'm just using black, so I chose my Memento ink. And I have these 2 plates on there, but I actually have a 3rd plate that has a 3rd item for our unicorn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the like full size unicorn, and you'll kind of see what I mean by full size here in a second. So it's like the full unicorn, and I'm going to stamp it down on a piece of scrap paper, and then I'm going to stamp it down onto my project. And then make sure it's back in its spot, since it did move a little bit. And then now I'm going to ink up the smaller piece unicorn. So see how this one doesn't have all the pieces? It doesn't have the tail. It doesn't have the full front of it. And then the toes don't go all the way down. So now I'm going to stamp that one. And that one was in full strength. And now I'm going to, so this one goes on the top. Now I'm going to add the mouth and eyeballs. So those are in black. And stamp that down. So now I have that fabulous unicorn, which I will say I noticed that there was some ink on my platform and that it got on my magnet. So normally I don't really care that it's on the platform because it's not going to get on my project. But it does matter when it gets on the magnet, because then you like smear the magnet away with your finger and then you touch your piece of cardstock and then, oh my gosh, you have ink all over. And you're wondering, where in the world did that come from? So that is why I made sure to wipe it off of my magnet before I did anything else. So now that little one is done. I'm going to go ahead and do my Wink of Stella before I set it aside to do the next one. And the Wink of Stella, I'm just adding to the mane and to the tail. And you know what? Why not? I'm going to add it to each of the little hooves. Because everybody likes glitter, right? So what did you guys all do this weekend? Did you have fun? Did you spend time outside? Did you travel? Go anywhere? Do anything fun? Go to any stores that you haven't been to in forever? I am dying to go to Home Goods, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I just want to go to a store and just walk around and look. But, like, I could care less to go to, like, you know, a regular, like, grocery store or something, because what is there to look at a grocery store except for food? And get hungry and wish I had a chef to make it for me. You know, I don't mind cooking. It's the cleanup that's super annoying. So this time, only because I'm like kind of doing it as a 3-part series and I don't want to keep changing them out, I'm actually going to do the full strength one first, and then I'm going to do the black nose and eyes and everything. And I totally got that on the magnet again. And then I'm going to take that one off. So rather than taking it off, putting it back on, that sort of thing, then I just decided to do it a little backwards. But we can't forget to stamp off on this once. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. If you guys are just joining in, welcome to Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. It's Monday. I'm late. Claire is at school, and so I have been running around like a crazy person, and like my schedule is just different whenever she's not here, because like I can push my lunchtime a little bit later and I can do things a little bit differently. So it's just, and I'm like getting super focused and don't want to lose that focus, because that's what I lose all the time whenever she's around, because she's a 2-year-old and that's just what they do. So I'm on like a totally different mind track and lost track of time for sure. Okay. So we're technically done with the Stamparatus now. And since I'm finishing up these cards, I'm actually like done with it. So that's super exciting. I can deassemble that to use it for another project. So I'm just going to add the glitter, the Wink of Stella, to each of the hooves, the tail, and the mane. And then we're going to take, here's the original, so you guys can kind of see like where we're going with it. Oh, my comments aren't scrolling. Cleanup is annoying, yes. And like when I'm done in the kitchen, I'm like done. And I don't want to have to mess with it. But then it's like you got to clean up and you got to like mess with everything and scrub the pans. And yeah, it's just not fun. Or what I really hate is when you have to like clean up while you're going along because you need that bowl again or you need more counter space. That's like my biggest pet peeve. And I'm just rotating those around differently so that they look a little bit different each time. You walked a lot. That's awesome. I probably spent a lot of time sitting on my butt. So that wasn't so awesome. But like I said, it was a really great weekend. And the weather was amazing, even though I didn't spend a ton of time out in it. As you know, the bugs like to eat me alive, so that's part of the reason. And making cards is always awesome. I made myself like a little mini to-do list of like just like repetitive things, like stamping the backs of my cards with like my little logo on it, or addressing envelopes or things like that. Thinking that like since I was just going to be doing a virtual event and listening to people talk, that I would kind of need something to keep my hands busy. But let me tell you, it was an amazing event. I was totally in it. I was taking notes. I was like relaxing and enjoying my time and not feeling like I needed to multitask and be like go, go, go. And yeah, it felt really good. Brad did awesome. Oh my gosh, and I totally forgot about it in the chaos of being late. But that's okay. This will give a few more days since my birthday was on a weekend and mail could be messed up. But I received a whole bunch of birthday cards and they are super fabulous. So maybe on Wednesday I'll share with you guys all my birthday cards. Brad, of course, knocked it out of the park with the sweetest card ever. And he got a card for Claire and helped her sign her name. So that was really sweet. It had a kitty on the front, so she loved it. But yeah, the cutest thing ever. Okay, so now we're just going to take some of this ribbon and line it down the crack of the designer paper and the cardstock. It just makes it look so much more like neater and seamless. So see how there's that versus this one? It just looks so much softer and fabulous. The one with the ribbon, this one here, and then that one there without the ribbon. So super, super cute. And I'm simply just going to add a dab of adhesive here in the center and set my ribbon down. And then bring it around to the back side and add a little dab of adhesive. A big globby came out whenever I did that. Making 35 cards is a lot of cards in a weekend. I'm glad you were on a roll and inspired though. That's awesome. I need to get on a good card making train so that I can get my Christmas cards ready to go. Because I am like nervous this year about Christmas cards. I think part of it is the fact that Christmas sneaks up on us so fast. And having a toddler makes things a lot more chaotic. And without having all my classes and stuff, I'm just a little nervous that I'm going to like have enough cards or I'm going to run out and then I'm going to be like, well, Laura, you still need to make, 50 cards by preferably tomorrow. And so you need a lot of supplies and you need time, which is my lacking supply. To be able to do all that. And so I feel like I just need to get started early and I'll be good. But early is like right now, / it's already a little too late. How many of you guys have started your Christmas cards? How many of you guys send Christmas cards? How many of you guys are last minute Christmas card people? Do you just wing it and make 50 like overnight? Or do you send out January cards? I know a lot of people that actually do that on purpose. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, so of course we have our pink card bases here. Magenta Madness. I love this color. It's just so bright and fabulous. And this card is super cute with the unicorn. After all, back on that whole enoughness, we are enough. When in doubt, be a unicorn. I mean, isn't that great advice for everyone? The kid in us, the little ones. I know my niece will love this card. Although I think she's kind of phasing out a little bit of unicorns and into like other things. Makes you a little sad. She's growing up so much. And she knows the craziest thing. She was telling us all about dinosaurs the other day. I was like, how do you know this much about dinosaurs? So for some reason, I don't know why, but I already have one of these. So I just need to stamp the other one. So when in doubt, be a unicorn. And that greeting I'm going to add with Stampin' Dimensionals. So this little greeting is just going to go like half over the designer paper, half into the Whisper White. And then we're just going to add some rhinestones, any size we want. And I'm just using the Take Your Pick tool because it makes it easy and fabulous. And there we have those. Let me make sure my comments are still scrolling good. And our second one. How many cards did I make last Wednesday? And it took me forever and I was like running out of time. And then this time I made 2 cards and I was late and I have plenty of time. Super, super cute. But we're not done yet. We have our inside cardstock pieces. And I'm going to stamp some of those little yellow stars all over. Well, not all over. This somehow turned into like a zigzag pattern. And now I feel like I just need to keep up with it. So there, it doesn't like, I didn't mean to, but I guess because it's like a oblong image, then like I went this way and then turned it and then it kind of became a little zigzag pattern. Yeah, I don't know. I need to totally figure out how to get this not in my face for this view, but not this high up because I feel like you guys can't see as well this high up. So, yeah, I'm going to have to do some testing out and have my husband kind of help me troubleshoot that. Super, super cute. This just gives a little extra foo-foo on the inside to coordinate with everything. And I'm out of adhesive. That's the other crazy thing. When you're making multiples of cards, you really go through adhesive fast. Like you think like I've been using this adhesive for 6 months and then I made a whole bunch of cards in one weekend and like I went through 2 things of it and it seems crazy, but obviously you're just using it more in those 2 days than you did in that 6 months. And that's where you run out of supplies and panic ensues whenever you need to get a whole bunch of cards done. So again, that's why I'm concerned about getting my Christmas cards done. So I just need to get an early start. Maybe I will have some projects to do because I keep thinking I'll just do it here with you guys and we'll be fabulous because 3 days a week, stamping with you, if I did 5 to 10 cards every time, like it'll take no time at all, right? In theory, that's kind of my thought, but I guess if I'm 15 minutes late every time Claire goes to school, then I'm definitely on the crazy train for sure. But so here are the 2 cards. And I definitely have, this one I didn't put rhinestones on. I'm not really sure why. It needs rhinestones. And then this one has the rhinestones, but that just gives like different options to see which ones we like the best because not everybody loves bling. I know, it's crazy, but yeah, that's everything I have for today for Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Thank you guys all so much for joining in. Of course, I will be back Wednesday and Friday for Laura's Dose of Stamping Therapy. Of course, you can always watch the replay. Be sure to comment. I love reading through your guys' comments and interacting with you guys. But then you can also watch the replay on my YouTube channel, Laura's Stamp Pad. So hello to all my YouTube channel watchers. I appreciate you guys too. I hope you guys enjoyed this fabulous unicorn card. Let me show you, this actually I never said, and I apologize for that. This actually uses the Hippo Happiness stamp set. So there's the cute hippo, the unicorn, and the little lamb, as well as a butterfly, a balloon, a flower, and then fun little extra pieces too. So super cute. The greetings are punny and super fabulous too. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's daily dose of stamping therapy, and I hope you guys will have a wonderful day. Love, hugs, and prayers to all of you guys. Stay safe and stay healthy, and I'll see you back here on Wednesday. Bye.